So what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. What's going on? Hope we are good. All right, so in this video I'm going to be answering a question. Someone actually asked me if actually one can trade this my setup, okay, using a trending market. If you look at the previous videos I created about this setup, which is combining pattern with some area of value or some zones, which is support, resistance, or all that. I focused more on support and resistance, right? Looking for double top at support, looking for head and shoulders at support or resistance or something like that. So someone actually asked, can we actually trade it on with trending when the price is trending? Okay, that is a trending market using a trend line, and also the best time frame, to trade this setup. Now I'm going to start with the best time frame to trade this setup, guys. Now if you want to trade support and resistance or trend line uh, setup, okay, which is combining these levels with reversal pattern or some patterns that we actually help as confluence, okay. You have to focus. If you are trading on boom and crash, guys, you have to focus more on 15 minutes time frame, okay, or maybe 1 hour time frame, okay. So that's, for me, is my favorite 1 hour and 15 minutes time frame. That's what I use in taking these patterns, okay. So if you want to take it higher to maybe 4 hours time frame, I use basically on 4 hours time frame, I use candlestick pattern on 4 hours time frame to enter my trade on 4 hours, which I'm still going to bring in the next video. So I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite candlestick pattern and how I use it to enter trade on a higher time frame, like 4 hours time frame or daily time frame, guys. So but for these patterns I use basically 15 or 1 hour time frame. So I decided to share this trend setup with you guys with the current trade I'm on. I'm on this trade now. You can see this current price, and I took this one last week, I think last week or so, or 2 weeks. That should be 2 weeks ago. I took this one. That should be 2 weeks ago, and this is the current entry now, okay, which is still going on. I'm still looking forward for this price, for this trade to play out well, okay. So now a little bit in profit, but retracing back because of the consolidation right there. So I'm still watching to see how it plays out, okay. Now this setup is very simple, which is same thing with other setup we are having, okay. The same thing with support, resistance, and all that. Now trend lines can serve as support and resistance. They are just like support and resistance. The only thing is a diagonal line. It's not just a horizontal line but diagonal line, right? So if the price is pushing up, let's say that price is going up, the price creating those swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, so you can easily put in a diagonal line to connect those points. So it's just the same thing like drawing in your support and resistance. Like this is now a support level down here. So the same approach you use when the price is at support or resistance is the same approach you will use when the price is at trend line. So it's the same thing. So we are not going to waste time on this particular setup because it's very simple. It's the same. So if you have not watched all the videos on support and resistance setup and every other, maybe the some live trading, some of the things I did, the set based on the setup on support and resistance, you can check the previous videos, okay. So and get the concept before this particular setup, okay. My setup is basically on the price approach. I'm not interested in, you have your line here, you have your support here, you have your resistance here. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in what the price is doing close or around that zone. What is the price reaction at support? What is the price reaction at resistance? That's my own interest. My interest is not about the lines, because you are the one who put in the line. You don't expect the price to respect the line you put in yourself. The price never know, or the price don't even put in the lines with you, right? The price does its own thing. You as an analyst or price action trader, you do your own thing, right? So you don't expect the price to leave the movement or the normal movement the price is doing and start obeying or respecting your lines, because you might even be putting the lines the wrong places, right? So that's why you need to understand this. That's the concept. That's the foundation of my setup, right? That's the foundation of my setup. That for the fact you have a line doesn't mean that the price will respect the line. our major interest is what is the price doing around your line. Okay, whether you draw in support or you draw in resistance, what is the price doing around that area? That's the most important thing, and that's why a lot of people say support, trend line, all those things doesn't work. They are just lines. Please, it works, but you don't just focus on them. You focus on what the price do around the line, and that's where, or the foundation of my setup, guys. Okay, so now let me explain this. I've already shown you that the same thing based on support and resistance, the same thing when it comes to trend line. Just draw in line to connect the swing highs. If you look here, the price started creating all these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, now if you look, we have this swing low. We can equally call this also low. We have this perfect one here, though there is no perfect stuff in the forex market, but this one is better based on the setup. We also have this one down. Okay, these are the swings we can actually observe as the price is going up. So what you need to, once the price have created two swings, okay, you can connect that two. Okay, like this, what happened there, I just connected 1, 2, and a trend line is basically a diagonal line that connects 2 or more swings. So you have 1, 2, 3 and even more. Okay, so this is a valid trend line. So once you connect 1, 2, okay, you already know that it's a valid trend line. Okay, so you just pay close attention to whatever the price is doing around the zone. So if you look here, when the price, after pushing up and the price is retesting this zone, my interest or my focus is not about this trend line, because the price can break it. Okay, that's what you need to understand. The price can break it, retest it and go, or the price can even break it without retesting and, you know, give us a pattern and keep going to the downside. So the price can actually do whatever the price wants. So the price don't respect what you think or what you put in there, the lines you put in. No, the price will always play out the way it should play out. Okay, now when the price is coming down here, okay, you look at what is happening around here. So if you look closely, we had some movement here, but when the price is approaching, the price pushed down kind of impulsively. You can see this bearish power right here to the downside. Okay, so if you look at how the price approached this zone, you have this impulsive move, like the price pushed down impulsively. So basically, if you have been following my videos, you know that once the price do this, you don't do anything, you wait. Okay, so even when you see this, like if you look here, we have this bullish engulfing. So that's mostly where a lot of people are going to push in their trade when they discover this bullish engulfing candlestick right here. After the close, a lot of people are going to push in their trade right there. Okay, which is still nice, but if you follow my strategy or my setup, you know I cannot enter this trade this way because of the engulfing candlestick. It's not possible. So I still need to see what is the pattern around here. Okay, so if I want to enter, I will enter based on, I'm using candlestick pattern, maybe, I wish I actually use mostly on 4 hours time frame. Okay, I don't usually come down to 1 hour time frame to use candlestick pattern. Sometimes I do, but most time I use patterns on 1 hour and 15 minutes time frame, then candlestick pattern on 4 hours time frame. Okay, so now after this engulfing, the price push up a bit and retested, and this is the point, this is the major thing we are looking for. We are looking for a pattern around our zone or at our zone. You can see now we have this trend line and we are having a reversal pattern at that zone. This is a signal. This is beyond trend line now. This is not just because the price is at trend line, but what is the pattern, what is the price create, which pattern is the price creating around that zone? So the price is now giving us double bottom, right? So, and you know, if you have been following my strategy, you know that I don't just jump in because I had a double bottom, because the price can actually give you that double bottom, give you this even bullish engulfing candlestick, which is a perfect signal right here. But sometimes after this, you can see this bearish candle, right? The price can use this bearish candle to break this low and push more to the downside. You know, if you look at the price that have played out, you just feel like, oh, this is the best, this is just simple, this is easy. But when the price is live, when you are trading live, you discover it's something different. So even when this thing happens, sometimes you see this bullish engulfing, okay, at the second leg of the double bottom or double top. That is, I mean, let's focus on double bottom now, because that's what we are looking at now. You can see this kind of bullish engulfing candlestick at double bottom, and you just be like, wow, this price, this is the best signal, this is the point I'll enter my trade. And you see this bearish candle, this one can be long and break this one and keep going to the downside. By then you lose out. That's why patience is the game. Follow the strategy, follow the setup. Don't always jump into any trade anyhow. So this is also a perfect entry, but based on my strategy or based on my setup, I'm going to wait for the price to break these highs, right? I'm going to wait for the price to break these highs. So once the price break out from my trend line based on my strategy, remember I've shared this entry point using double top or double bottom or head and shoulders pattern. I've shared it. If you have not watched the video on the entry, you can actually check out. So what I do basically is that most time I actually wait for the price to break out, okay? Then after the breakout, I'm going to enter my trade, okay, after a breakout. So once the price break here, I enter my trade. Another way I enter trade is after a retest, break and retest. You see that the price break and retested, but I push in the trade basically using the breakout, right, instead of the retest. Now after this, the price actually retested back to this zone. You can see this particular candle retested and touched my trend line. So this is the second entry. Okay, this is the second entry at the retest point. This one you have to set your stop loss tight. The reason is because the price is retesting now. You don't want to expose your level. Okay, maybe setting it at this low, because this is a retest. If the price should break into this and close into this particular this thing, that means the setup is wrong. So you wouldn't like to expose your capital, your trading account, to this particular retest. So what I mean is, if the price break into this particular zone, which is our trend now, and closes below it, your stop loss should be hit so that you will save yourself from losses. Because once it closes below here, you are likely going to see more sales to the downside. So if you set your stop loss at this point, you are still going to lose out on this trade. So the best thing is to make sure that whenever you are trading a retest, your stop loss should be closer. Like, you have to make sure that stop loss is tight. That's the only time I feel like setting a tight stop loss is okay. Okay, just to save yourself from losses. You know, for you to remain profitable, you have to minimize your losses and maximize your profits, right? So when you are trading a retest, try make sure that your stop loss is a kind of very close. Not close. You know what I mean by close is not just you setting your stop loss this way. No, you just have to give it a little bit below the trend line. Below the trend line. But you don't just set it at swing low, because this is the perfect point when you are trading double bottom. You set it at swing low, right? But if the price is retesting, if the price ever closes below this trend line, this particular breakout trend line, okay, it's likely that the price will push more to the downside, like 70% of the time or more. So that's why you have to set it close. Once it closes below, that means just allow it to hit your stop loss and you go look for next trade, right? It's simple. So that's the second entry, and you can see my TP is always the next swing high. That is the previous swing high, which is here. Okay, basically that's the TP level, and the TP was smashed. Then look at this one right here. I'm currently on this trade, so you can actually this is boom 300. If this video drop on time, if you wish to check out the trade, you can actually check it out. But you can see my target here. What happened? The price pushed down to my level and created double bottom right here. Okay, you can see the price created double bottom. So basically, you don't actually wait for the price to test this line or touch this line. Once you see those patterns around this zone, you can still take your trade. Remember, I told you are the one who put in this line. You didn't do it with the price. The price, we always do whatever the price wants to do. This line is just like a reminder that you should pay close attention to this zone. It's not like the line is a magnet that the price must touch the line. The price doesn't respect this line the way you think. That's the concept, and that's the foundation of my setup, that you should always focus on what the price is doing close to the line or at the line, not just the line, right? So when you see this double bottom right here close to the line, we put in our trend line. Remember the entry point. We put in our trend line. After a breakout, you enter your trade. But instead, what I did here, because I miss out from this entry, So what I did is that I actually waited for the price. After breaking out, you can see the price started consolidating down. Okay, and even when the price is consolidating or retesting, I'm seeing this as retest, the price gave me this double top, double bottom again. I don't know why I'm saying double top. So this double bottom again, the price gave me that double bottom. So I draw in my trend line again based on my entry strategy. So once the price breakouts, I enter my trade. Okay, I entered my trade after a breakout using lower time frame, now 15 minutes time frame for my entry. So this particular entry was on 15 minutes time frame. After the closing of this particular bullish candle, you can see this bullish candle. So when it closed, I entered my trade at the closing of that bullish candle. Okay, so this, if you see, I'm seeing it as after double bottom, the price actually break out and is retesting with a pattern. It's retesting with a pattern, and that's the most interesting thing. So the price is retesting with a pattern. So I wait for a breakout from this particular channel. You can call it a descending, that is descending channel, or just the swing highs. Okay, after the breakout, I enter my trade. And you remember that this particular breakout is based on the double top setup and double bottom setup. So W pattern and M pattern setup. So if you have not watched the video based on how to enter double top or double bottom setup, you can actually check out the video. You understand why I put in this line and why I waited for the price to break this line before I push into this trade. So this trade is basically like in little bit of profit. We are having pullback, but I still have hope that this price is likely going to play out at least to this first level here. Okay, this is just my first target. Assuming the price I've hit here, by now I could have locked in profit, but my stop loss is still exposed for now because I'm at least the price should hit this level before I start locking in profit, right? So I'm hoping that it plays out well. So but basically, you don't need to start thinking, is it going to play out well, is it not going to play out well? That's not your business. Your business is your setup. Once you see your setup, enter the trade. Whatever happens, happens. So a lot of us, we dwell in thinking of, oh, is this price going to work, is it going to play out well, is it going to hit my stop loss or my TP? All those things we demoralize you. These things we help, we not allow you place trade. You will be seeing good setup and you allow them to go. You will be losing out some good setup because you are thinking what the price will do. You don't have control over whatever the price will do. Just you see the setup, place the trade. Just make sure you are risking low. Just make sure that you calculated your risk, right? Once you calculate your risk and it's okay by you and you are comfortable, enter the trade. So now that I discovered this setup, you just say, oh, the price is ranging, I don't even know. We had the breakout, we had the entry, but I don't like how the price is ranging at this zone. That's your business. This is the setup. Enter the trade. Make sure that you are not risking high. Whatever the price we do next is not your business. Your business is just to make sure that you see a good setup and you check it and it's nice. Once the setup is good and that's the setup, that the setup you are using and is working for you, enter the trade. Forget about whatever the price we do next. Okay, so that's that for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I just decided to share this trend line setup with you using my previous trade and my current trade. Okay, so that you guys can actually watch out to see and also backtest these things also to maybe check out the best time frame for you. It could be 30 minutes for you, it could be 45 minutes for you, it could be 1 hour time frame that will be best for you. But for me, I trade these setups on 15 or 1 hour time frame. So I only use 4 hours when I want to enter with candlestick, which I said I'm going to share in my next video. Please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to my channel, share this video, and also leave a comment. I can actually answer your question in the comment section. Once you drop the question and if it means creating a video like this one, I will do that. Someone actually asked me this question and that's the reason why I'm creating this video. So leave your own question in the comment section and I will create a video like this to answer your questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now, guys.